So, good afternoon, everyone. It's a very big privilege for me to be here presenting for Reward Value. And I'm a corporate reporting intern. And before we get into discussing more of the sustainability reporting landscape in detail, I'd like to start off by providing a bit of an introduction and an excerpt from a speech done by Emmanuel Faber, who is the chair of the ISSB. And he spoke last month in London upon the release of the IFRS S1 and S2 sustainability standards. And he starts by saying that over time, we have learned that large, complex organizations have meant a lot more than what financial statements could communicate to shareholders. Take a simple example. Economics do not recognize nature. The price we pay and what we account for in the financial statements is not what it took for nature to create oil. What we pay for, what we account for, is the cost of exploring, of producing, transforming, distributing, and selling that oil in gas stations. But not a single penny is paid for the 55 million years of work by nature to make that into a fossil. We know they are fossils. We know we won't be able to replace them. Maybe in 10 years, maybe in 100 years, this will come to an end. We scarcely barely pay the price for water. Yes, we pay the price for water as businesses, but the real value of water we don't pay. The value that it may have the day that there isn't enough water for everyone. So it's quite clear that investing in the true value of nature and how to protect these ecosystems that are essential for our economic lives, for our ways of life as human beings, is critical for economics. And this is really a great beginning. That we're in an era marked by increasing concern for the planet's well-being and societal progress, where the world has come to realize that it's no longer sufficient for businesses to focus solely on financial performance. The corporate landscape is evolving and a paradigm shift is underway. So there enters sustainability reporting, which is the indispensable tool that goes beyond traditional financial reporting, shining a light on a company's environmental, social, and governance, or your ESG practices. The urgency to address these challenges has never been greater, and as we strive for a sustainable future, a standardized disclosure framework becomes crucial to effectively communicate and measure sustainability performance. However, navigating through the current sustainability reporting landscape can be overwhelming, often resembling a perplexing alphabet soup with a myriad of acronyms and frameworks that are floating around. Sustainability reporting is all about understanding and communicating the impact that organizations have on the environment and society. It helps companies share information about their efforts to be environmentally friendly, socially responsible, and economically viable. Now, when we talk about the alphabet soup, we're referring to different reporting frameworks or standards that organizations can use to share this information. These frameworks are the guidelines that help them organize and present their sustainability performance in a consistent way. Currently, international efforts are being pursued to address the challenges arising from the fragmented landscape of sustainability reporting. And in this context, several bodies have emerged as key players, contributing to and shaping the sustainability reporting landscape. So this presentation really aims to shed light on the leading players and delve into the transformative progress of the emerging ESRS, ISSB, and SEC in shaping the future of sustainability reporting. Now, the decision to focus on the ESRS, ISSB, and SEC is because they are arguably amongst the most influential bodies in the field of sustainability reporting at present. The ESRS is the official sustainability reporting standard for the EU. The ISSB is a global standard setter for sustainability reporting, and the SEC is a securities regulator for the United States, which has proposed new rules that would require certain companies to report on their sustainability performance. So more specifically, we'll be taking a bit of a deep dive into the environmental disclosure standards that have emerged from these respective bodies. Now, why have we chosen this particular focus? Well, first and foremost, the environment is currently facing an unprecedented crisis. Climate change, biodiversity loss, deforestation, and GHG emissions are all pressing issues that demand urgent action. As concerned global citizens, it is essential that we understand the impact of corporate activities on the environment and have access to this reliable information. Secondly, the choice to focus specifically on the environmental category of ESG further stems from the limited progress observed from the ISSB and the SEC regarding disclosure requirements and standards pertaining to the social and governance factors of ESG. Thus, by focusing on environmental disclosure standards, we can establish a foundation for comparative analysis. By examining the environmental disclosure requirements set by these three bodies, we can identify similarities and gaps in the metrics and reporting frameworks. So this analysis allows us to assess the common metrics and disclosure requirements shared by these three bodies, highlighting areas of overlap and reporting framework similarities. And this knowledge really positions us to advocate for improved transparency, comparability, and standardization in ESG reporting, ultimately contributing to the advancement of sustainable and responsible business practices. So then the last bit of the discussion will then allow us to focus on the way forward and practical implications of sustainability reporting. In other words, what will reporting under these standards look like, or what will they tell us? We'll explore the future of categorization and standardization, and I think more importantly to reward value, how to leverage this information for our own research or for the development of tooling. Tooling to support corporations in making a full assessment of their purpose to pay alignment and to install remuneration practices that serve long-term value creation.